to you on the subject, now that my seed of greatness is growing. Today, you are a better person because your seed of greatness is growing. That seed is being sponsored. Education is like the soil, it's like the ground on which the seed can grow. So when you plant yourself deep in education, your seed, your life will become more beautiful. Your life will become better. So now that you can see, you are no longer the same person. If you look at yourself as somebody who is not finishing high school, the glittering of your face and the way you now approach issues is very different because your seed of greatness is now growing. So as your seed of greatness is growing, allow me to provide some suggestions in this regard. Number one, your seed of greatness is growing, and so you need to have a purpose. You need to have a career path. The high school environment has provided you the opportunity to have the basis, but it's insufficient to allow you to explore and become that person you have to be. You need to have a career path. Gladly, some of you may have already discovered your career path. Congratulations. But if you have not discovered your career path, I want you to pay some attention. You cannot run a race without aiming. You have to have a focus. You have to have an area you want to be good at. And so focus on that. I remember when I was in high school, I used to report for radio. I was part of the high school press club. And I started as a broadcaster and later transitioned into education. What I'm calling your attention to is for you to begin to determine which area do you want to make the difference. That is number one. And now your seed is growing. Have a purpose. Have a career path. Number two, now that your seed of greatness is growing, you need to begin to say good things about yourself. Chopin said those words much better. But many of us, there are circumstances that will lead us to break ourselves negatively. King Solomon says, as a man thinks in his heart, so is that man. So I want you to control your thinking. You cannot want to build a beautiful body and a great person in society when your mindset is on negativity. As your seed of greatness is growing, I want you to be cautious of what you say to yourself. Number three, now that your seed of greatness is growing, you need to plan before you act. Many of us act before we plan. That is very risky. Many of the problems we face today in our world, mistakes that we make, is because we start thinking after we are acting. Graduating class, I want to urge you, it's a critical period in your life, and you cannot afford to be having a guess game. To say, let me test this one first, let me just do it first. No, first sit and think before you act. It's very, very important. Plan before you act. Time will fail me to tell you how my plan has changed my life. In 2007, I had one plan after I completed high school in 2006. That plan was to start college. Plan is not just what you have in your head. Plan is what is written on paper, what has the steps to lead you to your destination. And you have activities and that you can even correct to say, I've done X, Y, Z. That's the kind of thing I'm calling your attention to. Now that your seed of greatness is growing, you need to plan before you act. And if you are deliberately doing things without guessing them, I can assure you that you will go well and you will go farther in life. It's the same that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So I'm urging you to plan before you act. And number four, now that your seed of greatness is growing, you need to invest in yourself. Graduation is not a stop to education, and having a school environment is not an excuse for self-directed education. You have books, you have materials, you live in a world where resources are at our disposal. You need to take advantage of that to beautify your life with knowledge What you don't know, you cannot discuss. What is not part of your mental argument, your mental building, you cannot discuss it. You must have something to say. And before you have something to say, you miss that. You have something already in your mind. I want to urge you to invest in yourself. Number 5, work hard. You need to work hard. If you are to become multi-millionaires, at your person, you have to work hard. In the arena of success, there is no room for laziness. In the arena of success, there is no room for laziness. Part of transformation that happens in the lives of men, including us and before you, is as a result of hard work. You must pay the full price of working hard and also working smart. Before I wrap up all your things growing, I'll let you know that difficulty will come. We live in a world of opportunities mixed with difficulties. There is no one who can escape the challenges of the world. Even as we are stepping out, failures and other things will come. But there is good news before even the Creator left. Because Jesus was the most faithful. Before he left, he told his disciples that in this world there are trials and tribulations, but there is good news. And that good news is that he has overcome the world. So what I'm urging you to just borrowing from the words of Job and others is that don't give up. You face difficulty, you face challenges of life, but don't give up. When you give up, you stand no chance. When you keep in the race, you stand a chance. So don't give up. Finally, as your seed will begin to bear fruit, serve. Many of us are not that open to service. Service is a life changer. Whatever we do, however we want our lives to be put together, all is put together as summer to service. As your seed of witness will be growing and is growing, I want to urge you to serve and help the society to transform for the better. Stella Maris, specifically Spirit, have given you the opportunity to be among those who are gathered with you in our mission. But I can tell you is that they are taking you to the top of this building, like the top of a hill. As you are on top of the hill, that's where you see a clearer picture of how the society is. That's where you see different issues. In other words, Spirit has taken you to the top of the hill. But as you look on this top of the hill, I know before you can see bachelor's degree. As you look on top of this hill that Spirit has taken you, you can see master's degree. As you looking on top of this hill you've been given today, you can see PhD ahead of you. That hill you are yet to climb. So for you to be able to climb the hills, you have to work hard. But I can assure you, you are not alone in this. This institution, I'm sure, is going to continue to follow up and back you up. Your parents are even proud that you made it this way. So they will also be part of the journey for you to support you. And many other people, the society is on your side. The universe is on your side to do whatever you want to do. So even if you face the difficulties of life that will come your way as a result of the new things that you try to explore, I want to let you know that you are not alone, that you have other people who are counting on you and who want you to succeed. There are people who may want you to fail, but they are not equal to the number of people who want you to succeed. So ladies and gentlemen, again, for such an opportunity as this, to be able to speak to you, to speak to this graduating class. I know that the future is bright for you if you don't give up. I know that the future is bright for you if you don't stop learning. Henry Ford said, he who stops learning, try to paraphrase it, he who stops learning, even you are 20 years, you are old. When you stop learning, immediately you start getting old. Why? Because you don't learn any more new things. Your discussions will be old stories. Your examples will be old examples. you must keep learning. So those who keep learning, even they are 80 years, they look young in their thinking. So that's why we are calling our attention to as we move forward. Again, as your seed of greatness is growing, I want you to take cognizance of purpose. As your seed of greatness is growing, I want you to take advantage of good thinking. As your seed of greatness is growing, I want you to plan before you act. As your seed of greatness is growing, I'd like you to invest in yourself and let education be a form of investment for you. Let hard work be one of those things that you will use. And if hard time comes, that you will not give up. And when you succeed, that you will give to the society. Thank you.